The first one is to, yes, the first one is, for example, I'm talking more about Italy because, as we were discussing yesterday, it's complicated. It's a lot of European states that compete in the Mediterranean. The first objective is strategic. Yeah, UNAFORMET ships have been seen patrolling the oil fields, and for Italy, most of all, needs to secure this Green Stream gas pipeline, which starts from Libya and goes to Italy. So Italian ships in UNAFORMET operation are doing this. But the second objective of this operation is relates to NATO. You know that in 2012 NATO announced that all European states had to raise their defense spending by 2% of their GDP. Now, in 2012, there was only two European states that spent 2% of their GDP in defense. Now NATO is requiring this, and all this operation puts incredibly lots and lots of money into military spending, and of course, this is an economic thing, you know, to run the industrial military complex, but it's also a strategic thing for the United States. I would like to quote here, and I will read that. It's a quote by Mark Lawrence. When he wrote this, I think in 2013 or something, he was a scholar at the Center for Strategic and International Studies at the United States. And now, after he wrote this, he became Director of NATO and European Strategic Affairs at the National Security Council of the United States. Basically, he's Obama's right hand on Europe's and NATO topics. Okay. He wrote this. It's a paper you can find on the net. It's pleasant to read, unfortunately. He says, Southern Europe mass migration problem is out of control. The US government may be forced to address this fact sooner rather than later if it wants to keep its transatlantic allies focused on Russia and active alongside us in the Middle East. That doesn't mean the United States needs to send more assets to the Mediterranean. Indeed, they didn't. Yeah, well, there are assets of the United States, but not more than before. To do what Europe would agree it should be able to do for itself. Our chief strategic interests in this part of the world are arresting the decline in European defense spending to ensure our allies are capable of policing their own region and of working with us on our toughest common security challenges. But it does mean the United States must support a key partner's call for assistance in handling the utterly tragic consequences of instability in broader Middle East and North Africa now manifesting themselves at sea. So I think you got a little bit the link between migrations and militarization, and how Lampedusa especially, but migrations in general, have been used just in order to militarize the Mediterranean even more. From this point of view, nobody cares about migrants. They have to save them. But the militarization of the Mediterranean is not related to migrations, it's not a cause of migration. It is just, you know, it's not an effect of migration. It is the cause to migration. And with this I'm done, but I just would like to invite you all, if you want, to Lampedusa and see how Lampedusa is. We heard that there's, from the 2nd of June, they put a direct flight from Malta to Lampedusa. So if you want to come, please come. We organize a festival at the end of September. The dates are not planned yet, but if you look it up, Askavusa, Lampedusa, it's written like this. You can just come to Lampedusa and see for yourself. So thank you very much.
Thank you.